getting packed up for my birthday bikepacking trip this weekend. So it looks like it's going to probably rain and be cold and windy, so I'm trying to plan for that, because that's what every girl wants on her 48th birthday, is to bike in wind and rain. So I've got my usual stuff here. I've got my Nemo sleeping pad, my enlightened equipment quilt, my stove and pot, my new little bag with my battery, my Anchor battery pack, cables, and electronics in there, first aid kit and a towel, my sunscreen, toothbrush, toothpaste, ibuprofen. I'm only carrying breakfast and dinner with me. We'll be getting lunch on the road. Extra kit and camp clothes to sleep in, gloves and a buff because I think it's going to be cold, and then my headlamp, inReach glasses case, US Wee Pack that I'll have water in, my rain jacket, and then I have camp shoes attached to Scarlett. To my rack, the rack that I'm using is Aero rack, which I don't have a whole lot of options because I'm so short and have nowhere for a pack to go. So I'm using this Aero setup, which this is heavier, so it's not my first choice, but it's kind of my only choice. I do have a frame bag, but I wanted to carry carb drink as well as to my hydration in my pack, so I'm going to be, I don't need the frame pack, luckily. I've got two Terrapin dry bags, 14 liters, so all of this stuff is going to fit into those two bags and go onto the Aero rack. So I'll get these all packed up, attached, and I will be ready. It is 5 a.m. in Fargo, Georgia, Friday, December 15th. And this is what I'm doing for my 48th birthday. Present to myself. Loading up bikes and shuttling to Suwanee, Florida. And we're biking back here. The original plan is to do this 210 miles in 3 days. That plan may change based on the weather forecast.
Don't worry, it doesn't break.
Carlos.
Oh man, of course, this guy's last minute. Okay.
So,
all right. You want that bag off?
The weather.
No, the cradle's fine. The cradle doesn't weigh nearly anything, but this.
I know that
Put my other bags in here? Yeah, you can.
those of
Or in the
you
car that you're traveling in.
not in Florida think, oh, Florida in December can't be that bad. But I will show you the weather. Okay, so here's the weather. This is rain percentage chance for tomorrow, Saturday. It's anywhere from 60% to 96% rain. And this is the wind. Sustained winds up to 25 miles per hour, and gusts, they go up to 40 miles per hour. So this is the weather that we're looking at for tomorrow. So there is a 2-day option that I am kind of planning on, just in case. I can't handle 40 mile per hour winds. These are headwinds, by the way. If it was tailwinds, it'd be like, oh, okay, that could be fun. But no, this is we're going to be heading north. So this is going to be an adventure. Nothing like starting off with a problem.
No.
We're in Suwanee. Sun is out, which is nice. And my valve broke.
The core came out, but the cap stuck on the top.
So I'm hoping some of these people know how to fix this. All right, Brian, who's not a mechanic, just fixed my valve. So I think that that problem was solved pretty quickly. Day one of the Suwanee River bikepacking trip, and this goes all along the Suwanee River. Today is 75 miles-ish, and we are camping somewhere south of Live Oak. I'm not really sure where we're camping. This is so far pretty section. We were on the road for only a few minutes into the wind, but now we are kind of sheltered in the woods a little, so the wind isn't terrible. I already shed 2 layers. I had on arm warmers and a jacket, and I shed both of those. The sun is out. You can still hear the wind, but it's not terrible. And I'm looking for a gator right now because I know there's one in the waters. It's just a matter of finding them. You know they're there.
Come on, Joy.
Figures.
It's not a fence, but it's close.
Mile 35, and my front tire went flat again. Don't know if it's Scarlet that's cursed, or I just can't seem to stop having problems. But luckily Carlos told me to get this little nifty pump here, so that worked out. So I was able to put air in it, see if it holds. The valve was fixed this morning. Haven't had problems until just now, so I don't know. Also having problems with my bags rubbing. I think that I need to shift them. I need to turn this doohickey because I don't know how I screwed this up. So I've got issues, and I'm only at mile 35, and we've had a headwind all day, but having fun. Going over the Suwanee. Woo! We're at a point to where we're seeing how many times Graham can drop his GoPro. If his GoPro survives this trip. Did it survive?
Yeah, it's fine.
This GoPro must be indestructible.
Yeah, thank God.
Because 2 bikes just ran over his GoPro. We're at lunch. I got me I don't know, one of these Spanish drinks. I saw it and I was like, that sounds perfect right now. We have Jeff and Michelle. What are y'all eating and drinking?
Cheeseburgers and margaritas.
Is that an actual margarita?
I'm having a pink lemonade.
And you're still just gonna go do 250 watts?
Yeah, raspberry lemonade. Yes.
I don't know how you do it.
It's fun. You should try it.
Okay. I'll be dancing on the table.
Also fun.
Yeah. What did you order? Cheeseburger? I think everybody ordered cheeseburger except me. I ordered just the cheese.
Oh.
Just the cheese, just the grilled cheese. But it's food.
They had a good menu.
Troy Springs State Park. It appears that I am almost here. Which should be kind of nice because it's getting late. And even though we've had great weather, it's probably going to get chilly. And I want to set up camp and get under my quilt. 80 miles and we made it. Today was all about overcoming obstacles. We're setting up camp. Graham's over there setting up his tent for the first time. He is tent camping the first time ever, which is entertaining.
Look away. Look away.
Look, I've made a tent.
It's fine.
I'm gonna go make fire now. Maybe near your tent.
I know. I am a little bit close to the fire. So I'm going to probably edit some of my complaining out today because I did have a few issues. My racks are turning, my tires going flat, so I've had some things, but I've overcome it. Got 80 miles in. Yeah, my front tire's losing air. I don't know why. But we're at camp and we got here. Weather was great. I mean, it was a headwind the entire way, but it was great. I'd honestly take headwind for 80 miles than rain because tomorrow it could be much worse. So I was complaining some, but I didn't want to because it really wasn't that bad. I got my camp shoes, which I love. And this is the Suwanee River. So these camps, are apparently, I think you can camp here for free. You just can't access it by car. So you have to access it via river or via bike or hiking. So people paddle the river from Fargo, which is our ending spot where we parked this morning, all along the Suwanee down to where we started because we're biking along it. But people paddle this whole thing. And got a few friends that have done it. And I've been intrigued by it. So it's really pretty. Let's just hope it stays this way all night. Oh, and we saw a few deer. We saw like 5 deer run in front of us. That was fun. Oh, look at that. So the next camp, 10.5 miles. If anybody's interested in paddling the Suwanee River. I don't know how far it is. I'll look up the length of the Suwanee River and I'll put that in there. But it's a pretty popular canoe / kayak trip. And then you can just stop and stay here in these little shelters. They have these little, kind of like you see on the AT. There's bathrooms, there's water, and there's electricity. So I'm gonna charge some stuff. I'm having my favorite mushroom risotto. Good to go. It's now my go-to. We have Graham that's learning how to use his jet boil for the first time.
I made fire.
You're so
I made fire, and I made a tent.
You didn't make the tent, you pitched the tent. But do you have Christmas lights on your tent like Jeff?
Not advanced. I'm just happy that
Jeff and Michelle over there have Christmas lights.
Jeff had to tell me how to put up the tent.
Oh, you know what? You might know the
We have a campfire. See, backpacking, I'm not used to all these luxuries. And Jeff and Michelle are pro here with the Christmas lights. I mean, they've got like... I should be drying out my clothes too. It's not a bad idea. I have some clothes drying here. I don't know how well it's working. You know, Florida. So I'm gonna eat some dinner and I'm gonna hide in my tent.
Yeah, possibly, depending on weather.
Because the weather is severe warning tomorrow, we are changing the route and going a little further to White Springs, which is how many miles, Graham?
65.
65. That's not more miles. That's actually still less.
No, it's less. We're going to be definitely doing less.
Okay, but we're hoteling it. We're camping in a hotel in White Springs. Is it a day's inn?
Quality Inn.
Quality Inn?
It's
It's not the Marriott.
Four Seasons Lake City. No, Four Seasons White
I think it's a
Springs.
5-star.
Are you drinking coffee?
Yeah.
And you can sleep?
they're just like, they're unflexible whatsoever. They see one type of clientele.
I've seen things, Joey. I've
We're
been
not
through
gonna,
things.
we don't want to even.
Is that what your therapist tells you to do at night, is to drink coffee?
Nothing. Yeah, it's soothing to me. Having caffeine running through my veins is soothing.
So now, how do we put that onto our computer? We
You already
can.
have it. Just stick with me tomorrow morning.
Is it the same exact one?
Except I just updated a line to go on the north side.
I don't want to get lost.
This is mile 2 through 6.
You know, the primitive
So
site,
just
the shelters set up
ride
there
with the
open
group.
for
Mile 2 through 6.
And then haul ass
be a
if you want
perfectly
to.
empty shelter.
I might.